Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
There's another day gone.
Another day gone. Janice Taylor.
Simone Shepherd.
And we're getting into the hat today, let you know what's going on in the village or what we'd like to have go on. And I'm going to let my friend here take it because she's a star.
Okay.
Take it away, Simone.
Take it away. Actually, I just brought it in. But no, today's subject, we have autumn, which is why I'm covered in leaves. And we have all kinds of subjects to talk about. Would you like to go first?
Oh, sure. There's nothing dirty in here, right?
No, I cleaned them all out.
Oh, this could be a little raunchy.
Oh, what do you got?
Hayride.
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 Have you ever gone on a hayride?
I have.
Yes, I have too. I thought they were really a lot of fun years ago. And in the autumn, well, I guess I don't go anymore to these places, but years ago in the autumn, we used to take the kids, or even Richard and I would go, and where they pick apples and do all these good things and go on a hayride. And it was a lot of fun.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you ever go on a hayride with a partner? Like, you know, a loving hayride?
No, not a loving hayride. I went on with my family.
Oh.
Just 3 years ago was the one and only hayride that I've ever been on. Oh. Well, it was right soon after I had come to Leisure Village. And my daughter and my two granddaughters invited me to go with them. And we had it was fun. It was a really good time. They had a corn maze. Oh yeah,
and I forgot. Yeah, corn maze.
Yes, which it was a really amazing corn maze. We got lost so many times and had to go back and play. And they had this card of things you had to find. There were
like a scavenger hunt.
Like a scavenger hunt. You didn't take them with you. You just wrote down, you checked them off when you found them. And there was a prize if you got them all. So when we went back back to the little store that they had. And the prize was one little piece of candy. And we were so disappointed. We had worked so hard to make sure we got all these things.
And what were you going to do with one piece of candy?
One piece of candy between 5 of us.
Oh. What, was it at least a candy bar?
No.
No?
No, it was like a little, cough drop size piece of candy.
My God.
A Jolly Rancher, I think it was. No,
yeah, you never know.
Oh,
you never know what's going to happen.
No.
You don't know who's out there.
No. But the hayride was fun. It was just something I'd never done, and we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah. I remember climbing up there on the stairs to get into the truck. I have to say, one of the things that I deal with now is my memory, because it's kind of mixed up, and I'm 85. It's time it was mixed up a little, and it's some of the things you forget are good, because you don't want to know.
Right.
And but I think back to with the kids, and that was probably not my kids, but my grandkids.
Right.
Because I didn't have a really good marriage with my husband, so the kid, he was always crabby and grumpy. But the grandkids, especially Arlene and her kids, we did a lot of stuff together. Yeah, still doing it actually with the little ones.
Right.
With the little ones.
Yeah. No, my little ones aren't so little anymore.
I know. Well,
they're
we still have
out in the working world. Yes.
Yes. But it was good memories, and when you're with younger people, when you're with kids, it brings a lot of life into, it just makes you feel good.
It does, absolutely.
And even if you don't feel so hot, when that little one comes over, like 2.5 years old, Gamma, I love you.
Yeah.
Or Gamma, can I have another piece of candy? And Mommy says no, And I have a little Mexican granddaughter, and she's the best mother.
Oh.
I mean, she has 3 boys, and I don't know how she does it, but boy, they respect her, and they're connivers. The big one said he wanted a tattoo, and she said absolutely not.
How big?
14.
Oh. school, right.
And she said, when you're 21, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But Mom, I'll put your birthday on my neck. She says, no, I don't go for that.
I'm not falling for that one.
All right, let's go to the next one and get this over with. You read it. No, we're kidding. We're having fun.
Scarecrows.
Oh, there's a lot of them here.
Scarecrows always remind me of the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes,
know,
if I only had a brain.
If I only had a brain. Well, a lot of people
Actually,
could
I
say
discovered that I do have a brain, but it took me a long time to
Yes.
discover that.
And then to use it.
Yes,
It's a lot of effort. It's a lot. You know, well, in scarecrows, this is not scarecrows, but you know, we have those turkeys walking around here.
Oh, we have a lot, dozens of them.
Yes, and they walk around and
Eat my
the cat-
flowers.
But I'm afraid, but they don't look. The cat was out there, and I got really worried. I thought they were going to attack
Right.
her, her, whatever. But she just looked at them, and they just walked on by. So
They seem to be, I mean, people have told me that they can be vicious, but I find them to be very docile. There was a whole, I don't know, what do you, is it I mean, it's a gaggle of geese. What is it of turkeys? Is it just a flock?
I don't
a flock
know.
of turkeys?
A
But there
Google
were,
of gaggle of geese.
there was a lot of them. There was at least a dozen.
Yes, yes.
And they came out of I'm right by a natural area, so they came through there, and they have previously eaten my flowers. So I just went outside and stood by the house just to deter them, and they did. They just quietly just turned and just walked off. The whole shebang. They all just walked right off, went across the street, and went up into across the pathway away, over the other side.
It's interesting. I think I'm going to Google them and see what actually they do.
What they do?
Yeah, I mean, besides
Besides what every other creature does.
No, but I mean, I don't think in Ohio I ever saw them. I don't know, they're very scary looking.
They are intimidating, especially the big ones.
But I never saw anyone attack anyone. I never saw them vicious. I mean, as I said, the cat was sitting there and then they just walked by because I said, uh-oh, what's going to happen here? You know?
Right.
But no, they didn't pay any attention.
Sometimes.
So that was like a scarecrow. For me, that was a scarecrow.
It was a scare turkey instead of a crow.
Right. But you remember a lot of things that you didn't remember because it's getting so far back in your mind. You know?
Right.
But I remember taking the kids on hay rides and scarecrows and all that. It was good stuff. We had a lot of fun, a lot of memories.
Yeah.
And now my daughter is in a house on the beach, and it's just so beautiful there, and we're all going to go there for Thanksgiving, and I'm so grateful that I don't have to cook.
Oh, yes. I mean, I am not going to be cooking for Thanksgiving, but I used to really enjoy it. But at this point in my life, with arthritic hands and bad back and whatever, to bring a 20-pound turkey out of the oven is just not.
You won't even find a 20-pound turkey or a turkey. I'll just throw this into you.
Yes.
We had a family holiday dinner on Saturday, and I went searching for a turkey. And I mean nobody. I didn't go to the butcher, but every supermarket, there were no turkeys.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, there will be. I mean, it's not Thanksgiving yet.
No, but don't you think they should have a turkey?
I would have thought that they'd be in by now.
So I bought 2 turkey breasts.
Right?
But it wasn't the same because there's no fat on them, there's no grease on them, it's
They
dry.
get very dry, yeah.
All right, let's take another subject.
Another one,
I'm sick of
okay,
food.
yes. All right, what have we got? Apple picking. You mentioned apple picking before.
We used to go.
Yes, we used to go. I went apple picking in England.
Okay.
At one point, my brother had this gorgeous property with had a couple of acres, and on it there was an orchard, and there were apples galore. And in the fall, he would make cider.
Oh.
Yes, it was a little disconcerting. We were all enjoying the cider. And then he says, oh, I'll show you how we do this, right? And he went out and he picked up apples off the ground and just threw them into this thing, and it mashed it all down. And I said, when you pick, don't you even check them to look for
Worms or something?
Yes. And he said, no. He said, just throw it all out. He said, once it's fermented, it'll kill anything that's in there. And I didn't drink much cider after that.
No, I would think that. Oh.
But he was actually making what they call in England rough cider. I mean, it was maturing to a point where it was alcoholic. And he was really enjoying it. He doesn't have that orchard anymore. He doesn't have that whole thing anymore. They have retired and moved into a smaller place that they can handle, something with no stairs, no big garden to take care of, the way we always do.
And he could buy a bottle of wine
and
from
he can go
orchard.
and get a bottle of cider anytime he wants.
See, I guess because I'm not a drinker, I don't like any of that stuff. It just because it makes me sick, or I don't tolerate it well.
Well, I don't drink because I take so many medications that say don't take with alcohol. Right. I figure my health is more important than the drink, so.
Well, I did pot once, and I was thinking of getting gummies. I thought maybe that would relax me, as opposed to tranquilizers and things like that.
Okay.
So I haven't done it yet. I'm sure all my kids are taking gummies.
Well, let me know how that works out.
Well, I'm going to go. There's a store on 37th, and I'm going in there to ask them if what they'll do. Will they mix up with my medicine?
Well, yes. I wouldn't try that without checking with my doctor.
Oh, well, the therapist told me go for it.
The therapist says go for it, okay? Yes, I'd have to check and see what my doctor says.
But I think I have pictures of the kids still going apple picking. I think it's still the younger people love to do that. It's a fun thing to do. I don't know if they cook any apples or what they do with them.
Right.
But at least.
Did you ever see the movie Baby Boom?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a wonderful movie. It's about this, she's an executive on Wall Street, really sharp woman, really. I'm not going to give the story away in case anybody wants to go. I recommend it. But she and her sweetheart are sharing an apartment, but they break up because she inherits a baby.
Oh.
And she ends up buying a place in Vermont and going up there, and all she's got to do is, she's got an apple orchard, so she picks a whole bunch of apples and starts making apple cider, baby apple sauce. And she's got so much of this baby apple sauce that she starts putting it in stores and builds a whole business out of it.
Oh.
So it's a wonderful thing. And
I think
my brother recommended it to me, and I recommended it to everybody. So
you don't see too many of these good movies.
No, it's these days, as we recently discovered.
Yes.
If you want to see a good movie, go see a kids' movie.
That's right.
Yes, if you don't like violence and bad language.
And there's bodies exploding.
Yes.
I can handle the language, but the bodies exploding all over the place.
No.
Oh my God. Life is changing, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. And I think, I don't want to get morbid or anything, but I think a lot of our problems today are because violence has become such a natural thing.
Yep.
The kids watch it on TV, they play games that are violence. It's everywhere, and I think it becomes very normal to them. But
that's another subject.
That's another subject for another.
We could really talk about for days, but never solve anything.
Yeah.
So
no. Okay.
Okay, next.
I don't know whose turn it is. Doesn't matter. It's the same. What have we got? What have we got here? Autumn leaves.
Autumn leaves, the autumn leaves.
The song that I remember, Nat King Cole, I think it was, When Autumn Leaves Start to Fall.
Yes. It kind of brings back...
it brings back memories for him. I don't remember when autumn leaves start. I think of you, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall,
when you think back about our generation, and I know everybody says that, my generation was this and that, but it was such a softer world, and people were kinder. Maybe because I came from Ohio, I'm always the one that gets behind everybody in line, and I had to learn to push my way in, and I don't like being like that.
What does that have to do with being from Ohio?
Well, because I came from like a friendly mid-country lifestyle, and I came here a long time, and it was like culture shock. It's so different.
Oh my goodness, talk about culture shock. When I came from England,
Oh, that's
I was 20 years old. I had been brought up in a very Victorian atmosphere. I knew nothing about the real world, and got myself into all kinds of pickles. But pickles, you don't say that over here. You see, I'm talking English now.
That's okay. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's the English, Spanish, whatever. You talk Indian, we can talk of it all.
Yes.
But I'll tell you a very nice story about farmers. Let's say we'll talk about farmers. A friend of mine had a 90th birthday party, and and all her, she has 7 brothers and sisters, of which she's the oldest, and they all came for her surprise party. And it was lovely. It was just wonderful. There was love and emotion and affection, and it was such a different culture because all these people were from the Midwest. See, you came here, right? You didn't go anyplace else, so you don't know that this place is really like New York. It's wilder. It's not, the people in the middle countries, in the middle of the country, have a whole different lifestyle than they have here.
Oh yes.
And it still takes me. I still don't get it. You know, I'm still like the other way better.
Yeah.
And having her family here, it was so nice to just be with all these people because they were like normal. I couldn't explain it, you know, and I resented always when I came here that I had to raise my kids in such a fast-paced community.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think my children are still fast-paced. I have slowed down and am much calmer, and I have something in my eye, and
is it living?
Just something gritty. Yeah,
we need an eye doctor. Does anybody have an eye doctor on set?
I should have brought my drops. No, but...
You forgot it.
No, I'm okay. Excuse me while I blink, make some water in there. Oh, that's better.
Should I pour a little water in? Oh, Simone, I love you.
Where were we? Autumn, apple picking, autumn leaves. No, I can sit on my porch for hours and just watch the leaves falling. It's almost like meditation.
Relaxing.
Yes, it's very relaxing.
And the colors start to come. They're late or something. I don't like. Now you look out here. There's not that many colors.
Not yet. No.
Well, it's already going to be November. When is it coming?
Well, it's only just October. Don't let's rush.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Oh, daylight saving time.
Daylight saving, your favorite.
Oh, well, now we're going to move the clocks back, right? Or ahead? Where do we, I don't know.
We fall back.
Okay, so we fall back.
Yes.
So it's already getting dark at 5, 6 o'clock.
Right.
So now it'll get dark at 4.
Right. Well, only 1 hour at a time. Okay?
1 hour at a time.
But, yes.
I don't like it.
But the original, I think,
yeah, what was
correct
the
me if I'm wrong.
No, I don't know.
But I believe that the summer hours are the ones that are the daylight saving. That's when we change our clocks. The winter hours are our hours of what it's supposed to be.
Regular hours, right. Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be dark at 4 o'clock, but they changed it so that people would have a longer day.
Do what with it?
For the summer. It was originally, I think, for the farmers.
Okay, I understand.
Wasn't it for the farmers so that they could stay out and work longer?
See, I should start paying attention to things and read up on things.
Well, yeah, I'm going to have to check myself on that, but I'm pretty sure that the winter hours are what it's supposed to be. And when we do daylight saving, that's...
Oh, makes the summer hours...
That makes it summarized.
Longer. So everybody remember that. The summer hours are longer.
Wait for Simone to check that out. And make
Okay, we're going to check that out. Okay, let's see here. I'm getting pine cones.
Pine cones.
We have a million pine cones.
We are smothered in pine cones. I have a fir tree, 2 fir trees right outside my house.
Oh, okay.
And I now have at least 2 garbage bags full of pine cones.
And
because
what are you gonna do with
being a crafty person,
Yes.
I know I can do something with them.
Right.
To make wreaths and stuff, you know? It's like, you know me, I just like to play with that stuff.
I know. Well, you should make a couple of wreaths. How is your flowers thing, the petals going?
The petals are doing fine. I have that little table down at Track, which is in Toms River, right on Main Street in Washington, and it's doing very well. I go down there.
For people that aren't aware of what Simone does.
If there's anybody left who doesn't know that I press flowers,
well, tell them anyway, because
I press flowers.
and they're beautiful.
It's in
She
my
makes,
garden. At least I try. The animals have had I've had a tough time in the garden this year.
Yeah, they like the flowers too, the petals.
Yes. So it's been a rough one, but I press flowers and I make pretty things with them. In fact, something that I've made, which I made a little dog, Mr. Scruffles.
Yes,
I think I showed it to you last time. So if you missed it last time, it's just and he won first place in the Ocean County Seniors Art exhibit, and this month. Well, I will be going to Trenton to see how far I got in the state finals.
See, that's wonderful. Yeah. We have so much talent in this village that nobody knows about. And I mean, I don't do anything. You know, I'm lucky I get up and get myself going in the morning.
Well,
but you do really have a lot of talent, and you make beautiful things. And
thank you.
And I think it's wonderful that you could. It takes your mind away. You enjoy it.
I do. Yes, it gets tough sometimes, but I do enjoy it, and it does.
Now, you grow the flowers.
I grow the flowers
by your house. So how do you keep the animals from eating them? That's the
problem. Right now, I went online and researched this. You see, one of the things is that I sell online. I sell edible flowers, which are used for wedding cakes and things.
Oh, okay.
So I can't spray the flowers. If I spray them to keep the animals off, then they're not edible anymore.
Right.
So I need a scarecrow.
Right. That's right. You need. Go back to the scarecrow.
Go back to scarecrows. No, I've got all kinds of things out there. I've got wind chimes. I've got little twirly things that go in the wind. I've got little balls in, see-through bags. What are they? They're like a netting. That the aroma is supposed to be objectionable to some animals.
Does it work?
All these things, and right now it seems to be working.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the deer at all. Touch wood again.
Yes, no more deer. Stay away, dear. Stay away.
But I'm not sure that that's because of the things that I've got in my garden, or whether it's because they came a month ago and they trimmed all the all the bushes away from where the electric lines are.
Oh.
It was a safety measure. They have to be so many feet away in case of fire, which I totally get. And I was unhappy about it first because it took away my view. Now I get to see, more of the maintenance shed.
Yes, yes, so exciting there. The maintenance man eating lunch.
However, I think it may have kind of done the same thing for the deer. They may not, feel as comfortable coming across when there's no cover for them.
Yes.
So I may actually have lucked out there. I don't know. Whatever it is, I haven't seen the deer for several weeks.
Well, good. Tell them to stay where they are.
Yes.
Well,
yes. I hope they're happy wherever they are.
Where do they go when it gets cold? The deer.
I don't know. I don't know. What do deer do in the winter?
I don't know. I never thought about it, but just this minute I thought about it.
Well, all the animals. What do they do in the winter?
Well,
I mean, a
bears
lot of them hibernate. They burrow and go underground and hibernate, but not the deer. I wonder how they manage.
Maybe
in
they
the
go
winter.
south.
Maybe they go south, like the butterflies.
The butterflies
Wow.
go south?
Yes.
Oh, the butterflies go south. All right, I think we're talking too much here. See what else you got.
Wait. Halloween? Why, are we running out of time?
I think
Because we've
so.
got Halloween or pumpkins. Which would you like? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do Halloween.
Halloween, okay. I wasn't even aware of Halloween until I came to it. Until actually 5 years after I was in America, I found out about Halloween, because it wasn't a British thing. The British do it now. They've cottoned onto it. But I didn't have Halloween when I was growing up. Didn't have it when I was teaching dancing. Didn't when I had no children. And it wasn't until I moved out to Queens, Cambria Heights. God, I can't believe that I remember that. But my neighbor, my daughter was, I think she was 4 at that point, and my neighbor said, what are you dressing her up as today? And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, well, it's Halloween. I said, it's, what? And she explained trick-or-treating to me.
Right.
And I said, I have no clue. And I ran inside and I put her in one of her dad's shirts with a tie, both of which came down to the floor, and a hat which came down just so that she could still see. And I painted, little red things and big eyelashes, and she looked absolutely adorable. I couldn't have done better if I'd gone out and spent $40
for a costume.
And off she went, and I have pictures of her of when she went out, looking all excited, and never done this before. And then another one when she comes back, and oh, she's so tired, and everything is starting to run.
Right,
and it was so funny.
Yeah, but I think today, the holiday is kind of spoiled because of what's going on in the world. People are afraid to let their kids go.
Well, that is definitely yes.
Because that's been going on for a few years. But Girl Talk is going to be on this month, and we're going to do a Halloween show.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to speak about Halloween and all the witches.
Witches. Ooh, which?
Any witch. Any witch that shows up. So I think we've talked enough today.
Okay. Well,
and,
cheers. That
cheers,
was fun.
kid.
Cheers.
Have
and
a wonderful Halloween and whatever.
And Thanksgiving.
Do we have another show before the end of the year?
I believe we do. I think it's coming up because this one was postponed, so it's a little close. I think it's next month.
And it's a Christmas show?
We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
We have done one for Christmas, so we'll yes.
Okay, everyone, Leisure Village West, we've finished for today. We've talked our hearts out, and she's told you about her flowers and the deers eating them and all our problems. So we'll see you soon on KLVW-TV. See, I'm even talking drunk. Have a wonderful week.
What have you got in your cup?
We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Bye-bye.